everybody. Welcome to the newest MLB podcast. This has been a long time coming. We've not had a chance to do one recently. I've been trying to do every month, but it's been pretty busy since I've been working a lot. So right now, we're trying to do every 40 games or so. So the first quarter of the season is officially over. So now we get to talk about it. I'm going to introduce you to my guests. So, say your guys' opening lines.
Well, I guess I'll go first, and I am James, the Irishman, and even though I sound like I'm British, and I'm pleased to be here.
And Mr.
Steve?
Steve.
Steve, you there?
Oh, my cue. Oh. My name is Steve, and I'm a guy. Yeah. So, I'm Mr. Charisma. I'm whatever you want to call me. I'm the sports dude, and I now got myself a beautiful girlfriend, which I'm happy with. So, I'm thrilled to be here for this Pain and Gain, whatever thing it is, MLB podcast. So, yeah, let's get this show on the road, I guess.
I'll raise my mug to that one.
All right, so let's get things started. I'm going to pull up this. I'm going to have the
standings.
Ready for the
Whatever.
right here. Let's go to the prediction for the standings right now. So right now it has been an interesting start to the season. We've had some good teams come up from out of nowhere. My surprise team right now is the Chicago White Sox. They have come from absolutely nowhere and dominate pretty much. Right now, let's go with the Central first. The White Sox are in first place with 26-18. The Indians are in second place, 22-19. The Royals, 22-21. Tigers, 21-22, and the Twins, 11-32. Right now,
worst record in baseball.
Yep,
Yes.
worst record in baseball, the Minnesota Twins. How god-awful they are. So right now, my standings are a bit off, definitely because I picked I did pick the Indians to win the division. I picked the Royals to win the division, so right now they're third. I picked the Indians in second place, so right now they're still the same place. And I picked the White Sox to be third. I picked the White Sox to be fourth, so that's definitely a surprise. And I picked the Twins to stay in last, so I was correct. So I'm only correct on 2 out of the 5 right now, unfortunately, for this Central Division. How about you guys?
I guess I'll go, and I had the Indians in first. They're doing pretty good. They're in second. I had the Royals in second. They're in third. I had the Twins in third, and they're last. They're bloody awful. I had the Tigers in fourth, and they are in fourth. And I had the White Sox in dead last, but they are in first. I can't believe my blooming eyes.
Me either. It's pretty crazy. So the White Sox have been playing really well. Mainly, Joe Abreu has been playing really well. The pitching's been excellent, especially for Chris Sale, who was 9-0 from what I believe.
Yes.
Dude, he is just absolutely killing right now. They just beat the Royals yesterday. That's pretty interesting to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're definitely getting better as a team, that's for sure. And they're definitely going to provide a run in that AL Central. It's probably between the Indians, the Royals, and the White Sox right now. I don't think the Tigers really will stay close that long, and then the Minnesota Twins are just god-awful, the worst record in baseball.
Oof.
What do you guys think?
Well,
Steve, what do you think?
are you the English Emperor or something now? I don't know what the heck you are. So, I pretty much went with the Royals. I know for my prediction for first place, because I don't have my predictions anymore because I pretty much deleted it. So, my bad. But the White Sox doing really impressive. I'm definitely impressed with Chris Sale. I definitely think he's Cy Young worthy, or any way you want to say. But I think for sure, definitely, he's putting up some really good numbers, and I hope it stays that way because I'm a big fan of the guy. Even though I don't really say like other teams I'm fans of or anything, but I'm a big fan of Chris Sale. I like how he pitches. He kind of reminds me of Randy Johnson almost in another way, but not really because Johnson was a little bit more taller than him. So, the Royals, I think for sure, they're off to a little bit of a, well, not disappointing, but a little bit of a slow start with 22-21. But the Twins, with them being 11 and 32, I mean, it is awful. But
Mm-hmm.
I see it, as a possibility of another manager firing, though, because we've already seen one go, and could Paul Molitor probably be on the verge of firing one day?
Yes,
Yep.
Braves fired Freddie Freeman. We'll get to the National League in a little
Yeah.
bit, but
Did you say Freddie
yeah,
Freeman?
yeah, Freddie Freeman.
It's Freddie Gonzalez, the manager.
Oh my bad. Yeah, Freddie Gonzalez got fired. Now it's another man.
Freddie Freeman, you're off your blooming rocker.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
when was Freddie Freeman a manager, and when did he get fired? So,
I have no idea.
okay,
Brain
okay.
fart.
Yeah, but like I said, yeah, man, the Royals just definitely were my pick, and I think I said the Twins for last place. And if I messed up with my prediction, I apologize about that. If you folks see the video when we did our predictions before about the MLB season, go check it out. If my prediction's wrong, or again, or what I said before, I'm sorry, I just erased it. So, yeah. But White Sox are definitely impressive. I think they'll definitely keep it up, and I think the Royals could possibly catch up, maybe. But the Indians, with them doing pretty well. But there you go.
Lucas?
What do you think for the?
I already said.
Oh, well, my bad. I was thinking like closing thoughts about the AL Central. So yeah,
Hey, let's move on.
let's move
Yeah,
on.
let's move on.
Now the next division is the AL East. Definitely a very interesting division right now, and I know you guys are very happy about what's going on in the AL East right now. Let's go over the predictions. So right now, the scores. Right now, the Blue Jays, my first overall pick, are dead last, 22 and 24, but there's still plenty of time left. The Rays, who I picked as the last place team, are fourth place. Yankees, who I picked in fourth, are 21 and 22. Red Sox, and I picked in third, are 27 and 17, and the Orioles are 26 and 16, my second place team. So I like the Orioles being in first place. That is a very awesome thing, but the Blue Jays do need to pick up the slack. What do you guys think?
Steve, you can go first.
All right. Well, let's say here, the Orioles are definitely having a great season, which I'm definitely happy with. I definitely went the Orioles for first. I think I said the Toronto Blue Jays I think I said the Red Sox for second. Then I think it's the other way around. I think I said Blue Jays second, then Red Sox, Yankees, and Rays. So if I again messed up, folks, don't blame me. I deleted my prediction. So I'll make mistakes.
You destroyed the evidence.
Yes. So basically, the Orioles are really doing really well, but there's this one problem though that I'm not too happy with, and that's one of our pitchers that we got by the name of Ubaldo Jimenez. This guy has signed a 4-year contract with the Orioles, and he's currently in his third season right now, and he'd be a free agent after the 2017 season. But I think personally, in my opinion, it's time to let this guy go. He's already got 2 years left, this year and the next year, but just get rid of him. You got younger people in the system, like they said they want Dylan Bundy, like that prospect to be pitching, but they're saying that he's not gonna pitch. But you got Mike Wright, Tyler Wilson, you got Chris Tillman, not quite a veteran yet, but he's been around since 2009, and you got one of my favorites, Kevin Gausman, and Yvonne Gallardo going down with the injury, but possibly returning maybe next week or so when he comes back. But he's been having a little bit of a rough season. But, yeah, they're definitely putting together a really good season. I think they can still continue as long as everybody's healthy, along with the rest of the players. Like Machado is doing really great. Mark Trumbo is leading the league with homers, I think. And
well, not anymore. He's second now, but
that's bullshit. So Jones is doing pretty well, and the second baseman, Scope's doing well, but I'm not too impressed with Ryan Flaherty. The backup infielder, because J.J. Hardy has gone down with a foot injury, and he won't be back till probably around June or so, maybe later. But it's kind of a big blow a little bit for Hardy, because he's a veteran. I want to say like 34 he might be, or something like that, maybe. But Machado, with him being moved to shortstop, I definitely like the move, because he's definitely a great third baseman too, but he was a shortstop in the minors, I think. But when we still had Hardy in 2012 when they called him up, they moved him to third base. But I'm hoping Machado's season still does really well, and Davis is doing all right with his homers, and that big contract and Wieters is starting to get up there, and many others too. But like I said again, just get rid of Ubaldo and put somebody else in the rotation. Like maybe just put somebody younger in there. Like maybe get Vance Worley in there. I mean, but even though he's doing long relief, but I still think he could do a better job than Jimenez. So yeah. And as for the rest, like the Red Sox, with them in second place, they're battling with the Orioles, and now they just decided to shut down Pablo Sandoval with a season-ending injury, and Travis Shaw has taken his place, and David Price, he's not really doing so well. He's got like a high ERA, but his record's okay, but he's been really getting roughed up. I mean, the Yankees are now in third place with 21-22. They were like in last place for a little bit. The Tampa Bay Rays in fourth, and the Blue Jays in last, which I'm glad to see because I can't stand Jose Bautista.
Then you got knocked out by somebody.
Yeah, Rogue Ned Odor from the Texas Rangers, but he got owned. I mean, punched right in the face by him because of a takeout slide. But I mean, damn. I mean,
he gave him the 0-1-2.
That's right.
Like that meme said that I shared once before. You do bat flips, you get fat lips.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, but the Blue Jays still, with all them players that they got, they can still make a bounce back, and they can start, get on a win streak, whatever they could do. But Tampa Bay, don't forget them; they're doing pretty well too. I mean, I said that I didn't think they'd be doing pretty well, but with Steve Pearce and many other players they got too. I know I'm rambling on, but I'm just, giving my opinions. So there you go.
No problem.
I still think the Orioles could definitely finish, right in first, and I still think the Blue Jays could do probably second or so, and the Red Sox in third. But yeah, it's definitely pretty good for the American League East. So that's all I'm gonna say. So, Mr. English Emperor, if you want to go next or whatever you are, so.
All right. Well, I said that that the Orioles would be in first, Blue Jays second, the Dick Sox third, the Yankees fourth, and the Rays in fifth. Oh, it's hurting my throat doing this voice. I don't know if I should keep doing it. Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, the Orioles are in first like I knew they would be. God, that hurt my voice doing that for that long. But anyway, the Orioles are in first just like I said they would. The Blue Jays are in last, even though I thought they were going to be in second. But they still could be. The season's only a quarter of the way through. Red Sox, or the Dick Sox, like I like to call them, they're in second place. I thought they were going to be in third. The Yankees, the Skankies are in third. I thought they were going to be in fourth. And the Rays, the lovable Rays, are in fourth. And now the Orioles, I said they're going to win the World Series. I know they're going to win the World Series. That's a fact. And I said Chris Tillman, the Orioles ace, is going to be the Cy Young of this year, and he's having a hell of a year. Now, Chris Sale is having a better year for the White Sox, but Chris Tillman is also having a good year. So you never know. He could get the Cy Young, and I said Wei-Yin Chen for the National League to get the Cy Young. I don't know how he's doing. Last time I checked, he's not doing so well. Maybe he is now. I don't know. But anyway, there you go. Joey Bats gets a fat lip. That was really funny. And Tampa Bay, they're the Oakland A's of the East. And the Yankees, even though maybe it's like Stockholm Syndrome. I've been used to getting tortured by the Yankees for all these years as an Orioles fan. But I don't know, I feel kind of sad seeing them struggling this year. And I know I shouldn't because the Orioles struggled for so many years. And the Boston Red Sox, hopefully this is Big Poppy's last year.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
The farewell tour.
Finally.
Yeah, and nobody's sad at all. Except, So anyway, there you go. Orioles they're going to win the World Series anyway, so that's what I said. And I don't remember who I said for the National League. I said the Orioles are going to somehow win the National League pennant too, and it's going to be the Orioles versus the Orioles in the World Series. So, well, there you go. There's the American League East.
Yes.
Nice. Very nice. So right now, so let's go on to the next division because we got the
Four more to
next
go.
the
And my
American.
corn dogs are ready. Let me make sure they're cooked a little bit. Let me shove this thing down my throat and gag on it a little bit.
No, that would not be a good idea. You can only avoid getting sick or anything. Anyway, the American League West, we got the Seattle Mariners in first place, the Texas Rangers in second place, Angels in third place, Athletics in fourth place, and the Houston Astros in fifth place. And I'm just going to say right off the bat, the Houston Astros have been the most disappointing team so far this season.
Oh, yeah.
They have looked very disappointing, but it's still a lot of games left to be played. They still can make a comeback. They were my World Series pick, and now I feel disappointed that they're doing so bad, but there's still plenty of time left. The Athletics and Angels, both those teams are pretty much garbage anyway. Garrett Richards is out for the season for the Angels. They really have no pitching, pretty much, even though they just signed Tinlins to come.
They're a total disaster.
I don't know when he's going to start. Athletics are the Athletics, they're going to turn around and be terrible soon. The Rangers is pretty much the mainly race right now between the Rangers and the Mariners right now. It is a two-horse race right now. So right now, the Mariners, I do like seeing that because I did pick the Mariners to be in second place at this big end of the season, so that is good. Pretty much my order is the order right now is the same, except for the Astros being last. It's like the Astros on bottom, my first place team, and then the rest of the order is the exact same. So, yeah, pretty much it's the Seattle Mariners. Still a lot of time left, but I think that the Astros can still make a comeback, but they need to start picking up quickly. What do you guys have to say about the American League West?
Let's see. The American League West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I had the Astros in first, and they're in last. And I thought they were going to have another good season. Had the Mariners in second, but they're in first. So it's pretty good there. I said the Angels were going to be in third, and they are in third. I said the Athletics are going to be in last, and they are not a good team this year either, although they are, not as bad as they were last year, I don't think. And I said the Rangers would be in fourth, and they're in second place. So there you go. Pretty good there. But the Athletics, who knows? You can never count them out. I mean, no matter how overmatched or how little money they have, they always seem to find a way to make things interesting.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. K?
As far as I know, man, I don't even remember a damn thing what my prediction was for the West, so I'll just say that I think I want to say that I said the Rangers for first place. I mean, that sounds right to me, but I don't.
I think I do remember you saying the Rangers.
I think so.
And I don't remember for second place, so I may have said Houston or something. I just don't really know, folks. So, I mean, yeah, the Houston Astros, them being in last place, I mean, that is a surprise to me because I thought for sure they'd be doing, like a repeat of last year what they did, but just different. I mean, now with the new acquisition of Doug Fister there, and now I think they moved former Orioles Scott Feldman to the bullpen, from what I heard, and I haven't really been keeping up with them, but I'm just surprised with the Mariners, being in first place. I think I said possibly them for third or fourth place, something like that. But Nelson Cruz doing pretty well with them.
Real quick, Steve. I'll be right back. I should use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
He's got to take a dump, folks.
Great for Sharon.
Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So Mr. Elsie Muscles takes his doo-doo. We're gonna just do our duty here. So.
Oh, I'm choking on my corn dog.
God, I know he's gonna hear that, but I don't give a shit. So as I said, yeah, the Mariners with Robinson Cano doing really well and having a great season, possibly a MVP candidate if he keeps up, all this and stays healthy and avoids the injuries. The pitching as well, like King Felix, Ishikawa, or Iwakuma, whatever the guy who threw the no-hitter against the Orioles like last year, whatever it was, and a couple other people too. I mean, Yeah, I mean, they're just a surprise to me, but the Rangers doing pretty well in second place, and the Angels, who just faced the Orioles in a three-game series in which the Orioles took 2-1. They were looking for their first sweep, though, since for the first time since 2000, but did not happen, so thanks a lot, Ubaldo, once again. But Mike Trout is doing pretty well, and Albert Pujols is getting up there, but still doing pretty okay, I guess. I mean, I haven't really checked his average. Last time I checked, it was like, I want to say 240 or something. I don't really know, but the Oakland Athletics as well. I mean, they're doing well, not so great with a record of 19-28, or yeah, no 26. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. So yeah, but I'm just really impressed with the Mariners doing pretty well. But I still think the Astros could get maybe on a little win streak and do a little better than what they're doing now. But it could be pretty interesting American League West, to say the least. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah.
Well, I'll just do for every league. I'll just do this. Since we're wrapping up the American League, I just want to say real quickly, Xander Bogaerts of the Boston Red Sox is leading the American League in batting average. Todd Frazier of the White Sox leading the league in home runs. Robinson Cano of Seattle is leading the league in RBIs, and Jose Altuve of Houston leading the league in stolen bases. And then for the pitching leaders, Chris Sale is leading the league in earned run average and wins. David Price of the Red Sox leading the league in strikeouts. And our very own Zach Breton is tied with three others in the league lead for saves. He has 12.
Yes.
Now to the National League, sir.
Yeah.
On to the National League. It's time for the National League. So the National League, let's start things off in the most interesting division, the National League East. And this is pretty much the biggest surprise. This has the surprise team of the year for me right now. So right now the Nationals, 27-17. Mets, 25-18. Philadelphia Phillies, 25-19. Marlins, 22-21. And the Atlanta Braves, the god-awful Braves, 12-31. The Phillies right now are my surprise team right now. The Philadelphia Phillies come out of nowhere. The people are projecting the Phillies to be one of the worst teams in the league. They are actually doing pretty well. They're in a wild card spot right now. They are in the second wild card spot right now. That is extremely surprising. Mainly the reason for the Philadelphia Phillies' success is because of Maikel Franco, who came up this season and is just starting to dominate. He's doing very well for the Philadelphia Phillies. The Marlins are doing decent. The Braves just are god-awful. They had to fire their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, and the Nationals are the Nationals and the Mets are the Mets. So there's really not much else to say there. But the Philadelphia Phillies, though, are very surprising. It's really interesting to see what they do, but interesting what they do in the next couple of months. So yeah, it looks pretty good right now. The Phillies are definitely looking like their improvement program is definitely getting better. So, what do you guys have to say about the NL East?
What do you think, Steve?
All right, I guess I'll say. Well, I agree with you. I am impressed with the Phillies. I mean, with their record, like you said, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of young players on there that they've called up. Like, they still got Ryan Howard on there, and yeah, all them young pitchers and stuff. And I think a fellow named David Lowe is on the team. He used to play for the Orioles for a couple of years. And yeah, I mean, it's really impressive, like how they're doing. And Wei-Yin Chen, who's on the Marlins, with them being 22-21. I mean, he's like, I think he was doing all right like last time I checked. But I'm gonna look it up like real quick to see how his record is like right now, because I have it somewhere. Here it is. He currently has a record of 3-2, but ERA is 4.22 with 42 strikeouts. So
it's kind of mediocre.
Yeah, I mean, the record's good, but the ERA is a little high. I mean, but again, it's the Marlins he's with, and you got Barry Bonds as your hitting coach, and I have no idea who the pitching coach is, but
he adds a little juice to the lineup, if you know what I mean.
Yes. So, yeah. So, the Nationals are doing really well, being in first place. I mean, I think I I think I did pick them for first place, and I think I said the Mets in second, but I said the Phillies, I think, in last, and the Atlanta Braves in third place. But look how that's turning out. I mean, yeah, but the Braves had to do something. I mean, I know sooner or later they were going to fire their manager, Freddie Gonzalez, because it was just he had been with them, I think, I want to say since 2010 or something, around when Bobby Cox retired. And I think personally, like, if they would like hire maybe somebody like Chipper Jones or somebody else who used to play for the Braves to hire as manager, I think would have been pretty cool. But instead they go with
Though is not interested in the job, unfortunately.
right. But instead they hire some AAA manager that's in there, and they hire him as their manager instead of like going out for somebody else like available in the market. So,
they're basically a AAA team no matter what. So
that's exactly like the way they're playing. But even though I said before, folks, and the Braves are my number 2 favorite team, besides the Orioles, but I just think, they're just not having a great season even with Nick Markakis still there and all these other people too, like Freddie Freeman and many others too. But still, yeah, they're definitely looking at a last place finish unless they get a big turnaround, which I just doubt it. But yeah, just the Phillies are just the big surpriseman, as we said. So there you go. I mean, I still think Nationals will probably win the National League East, and probably the Mets like right behind them. And yeah, so there you go.
what do you have to say, James?
Well, I had the Braves in fourth place. They're in last place, as we already know. I had the Washington Nationals in first. I had them in second. They're in first. I had the Mets in first. They're in second. I got those two mixed up. I had Philly in last place, and I guess some of the young talent is turning around and helping the team make a nice bounce back after a rough stretch they've had the last couple of years. I had the Marlins in third. They are in fourth. And the Braves, and I saw a couple weeks ago, they're on pace to hit the fewest home runs of any major league team post-1950.
Wow.
And I mean, they don't have any power hitters on their team. Nobody can get the ball out of the infield practically. I mean, these guys look like grandmas out there. The ball just doesn't bounce off the bat, and they're on the bottom of this. They're in the cellar of the National League East. They're having some rough times. Maybe they need to, focus on the draft. They need to maybe trade away some of their veterans. I know they're trying to get rid of Nick Markakis now, but I mean, he's not hitting well. He's on the wrong side of 30 years old, and he has a pretty expensive contract considering he's a slap hitter. He probably shouldn't even be starting on any team at this point in his career. I don't know who's going to sign him, but the Braves need to get rid of their veterans, trade him for some prospects if they can, and enter rebuild mode.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the next standings?
Next standings. Let's go to the National League West. An interesting division, to say the least. We got the Giants in first place, the Dodgers in second place, the Rockies in third place, the Diamondbacks in fourth place, and the San Diego Padres in last. Right now, I had the Diamondbacks being the first place team. They are fourth place, unfortunately. I had the Giants in second place, the Dodgers in third place, the Rockies in fourth place, and the Padres in... No, wait, no, I had the Padres in fourth place and the Rockies in last place. Now, the main reason why the Rockies are doing so well is because of Trevor Story. He has been a great story. Yeah.
Story time.
Made that pun up. I'm not kidding. Anyway.
Tell us a story.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, Trevor Story has been doing very well. The Giants are always the Giants, so they've been playing very well. The Giants are definitely a really good team. So and then they did win last night over Chicago, which was pretty big. And then the Giants, the Giants right now, I think, are probably going to more likely win the division, with Arizona and the Dodgers falling suit behind them. Because I think the Diamondbacks will play well. They've been playing pretty well though. But that second spot in that division is pretty wide open. It's only one game out for each of the teams. You got the Dodgers, the Rockies, and Diamondbacks all pretty much in that very small, like they're in a good spot to come back. So
it's pretty gaping.
West is interesting. It's going to be good to see where this division goes. The Giants probably will win, but I'd like to see the Diamondbacks win though.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I'll go first since I let Steve have the honor last time.
Yeah.
And now the National League West, I had the Dodgers in first. They're in second. I had the Giants in second. They're in first. Just like the NL East, I got the number 1 and 2 switched. I had Colorado in fourth place. They are in third place. I had Arizona in fourth place. They're in third place. And the Padres, no surprise to anybody, they are in dead last place. Now, let's go to the Giants first. I don't know anything about them anymore, to be honest, but they're in first, so good for them. And the Dodgers, they got an expensive team, we'll put it that way, and it looks like it's amounting to something, even though they're not even 500, but, you know, they're only 3.5 games out of the wild card now that you got the 2 wild card slots, and Colorado, tell me a story, they're in third place, they're 3.5 games out of the wild card there. And it's really anybody's match. Any of those teams could still get into the wild card. Even the Padres, I doubt they will, but they're 6.5 games out of the wild card. We still have 3/4 of the season left to go. Steve, what do you think about this?
I think pretty much the thing with the Colorado Rockies, it's a Cinderella story. So, I mean,
Yep.
well, a little bit. I mean, the Trevor story, yeah, I mean, he's got quite a story. I mean, it's a storybook unknown. So I'll stop it. I mean, he's definitely. I think he can. Is this like his first year in the majors, or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Because if he is, and I'm saying, I want to say like he's definitely a rookie of the year nationally for me. So,
Oh.
um. Yeah, I mean, for my prediction for the West, I think I said Giants for first, and for second place, I think I want to say I said the Diamondbacks, but I think that's wrong. But I think I said third place. Okay, thank you. And or maybe I said the Dodgers for second place. I mean, I don't know, but the Dodgers doing okay, and I thought they'd be doing a little bit better. I thought they'd be doing like probably 26 or 19 around this time, or something different than that, but instead they're 22 and 23. I mean, the Padres, no comment. I mean, because there's nothing really to say about them. I mean, I haven't been, saying like much, from them. I mean, James Shields, who's still with them, I think I heard like some rumors about him, like possibly being on the trading block or something, and like maybe he'd be like a good fit for the Orioles. Maybe like I take him over Ubaldo Jimenez right now. So.
Yep.
And Zach Greinke with his new team, the Diamondbacks. I mean, I think, I thought they'd be doing, a little bit different than being 21 and 25. But yeah, but I still think the Giants will probably still win the National League West, and probably the Dodgers in second as well. But the Rockies definitely could make a push. I mean, with their players that they got and stuff, and that guy, Mr. Story. So.
Maybe it'll be story time in October for them.
Maybe. It definitely could be. So yeah, I mean, so that's my thing for the NL West. Let's move on, I guess, or whatever we're gonna do.
Let's move on to the last division, the National League Central. That's my favorite division, but it is an interesting story in the National League Central, pretty much. You got the Cubs in first place, 29-13. Pirates in second place, 24-19. Cardinals in third place, 23-21. Brewers, 18-26. And Cubs, 15-29. Not
Reds.
Cubs, Reds. Reds. Stupid. Oh,
The Reds.
Place on the show. So yeah, Reds at last place in 15-29. No surprise here. The Cubs are doing very well. The Cubs are just dominating right now. They're the best team by far in the entire league. You got the Pirates in second place, doing very well right now. The Cardinals have been a kind of bit disappointing, but I think that their hitting has to improve. They will get better, though. I feel like they will get better. You got the Brewers, who are just the Brewers, who are going to be once again awful, and then the Reds are going to be another awful team as well. The Reds have the worst last 10 game record right now. Last 10 games, they are 1-9.
Lost 7 games in a row.
Shit.
Yep. They are absolutely embarrassing right now. The Reds are going to be one of the worst teams right now for the for the wild card. You got the Orioles in first seed, Mariners and White Sox. Then the Red Sox and the Rangers would be the 5 teams. Then for the National League, you got the Cubs, Nationals, Giants, then the Mets and Phillies. So right now, it is an interesting wild card picture. And the National League Central, I still think the Cubs will dominate. I think they may end up winning the number one overall seed, unfortunately, which I would not want to see, but it probably is going to happen. You got the Pirates and the Cardinals who are going to fight for that second wild card spot. And that will definitely be interesting to see who gets that spot later down the road. Because right now the Cardinals do have a series coming up against the Cubs at home before they travel on the road for 2 series against the Nationals and the Milwaukee Brewers. So the Cardinals really need to have a strong series against the Cubs in order to make up for the Pirates playing the Rockies and some other mediocre. The Pirates are playing the Braves. They're playing the Diamondbacks, the Rockies. And right now they're playing the Diamondbacks, Rangers, and Marlins. So they really need to pick up their pace, the Cardinals. So yeah, that's my opinion for the National League Central.
Who went last time? You or me?
You went first.
You did for the West.
Well, there you go, Steve. What do you think about this?
Terrific. So, let me get my thoughts together. I'm in where are we at? The National League Central. Anyway, I forgot where I was. Yeah, the Cubs are dominating. I mean, really, yeah, 29-13. I mean, that's the best record overall. I mean, but in the National League and the American League, pretty much. I mean, why not? With all them people like former Oriole Jake Arrieta still dominating and doing really well and looking like another Cy Young candidate again. Jason Hamill doing pretty well, and John Lester. And the rest of them as well, and Mr. Rizzo in there, and Chris Bryant, and I think Jason Hayward now with an injury though, but I don't know if they said like how long he'll be out or something, or don't know exactly, but yeah, so they continue to dominate the Pirates. I mean, I just saw like recently Ryan Vogelsong there took a little shot like off the helmet or right around his face area and got hit by a pitch, and he had to be carted off the field. Yeah, I saw that, and so he might be out for some time, but he's a veteran. He's been around a while, and the Cardinals, I thought for sure at least the Cardinals be around like first or second place or something, but with them being in third place, I know I said the Cubs for first place, and I think I said the Cardinals second, and then Pirates, and then I think Brewers in fourth as well, and Cubs. See, I did it too. Reds in last. So, the Reds just. I'm trying to think like who their manager is because I think I just hear another or I sense another manager firing pretty soon. So.
Let me see who the manager is. Who is the Reds manager? Let's see if Google's smart.
Yeah, it's like
Brian Price is their manager.
That's who I thought. Man, I just see it as another possibility of another manager firing and possibly them looking for a replacement, like probably the minors or their bench coach or whoever they may think about. But so yeah, but the Cubs definitely winning the Central because it just seems seems like they would definitely do it again because with all the talent they got and all the young people and the pitching, and the Pirates doing pretty well. The Brewers are just, not doing all that, and the Cubs just continue just to stink it up. So, yeah.
With the Cubs?
The Reds.
Oh, I think he said the Cubs. But carry on.
Oh, my Lord. Cubs, Reds, all 4-letter words. I don't believe this. Okay, if I did, then sorry. Okay, so if I said wrong, Reds are definitely just not doing so well. I mean, the Cubs are dominating, and I think Central for them in second place probably. I'd say the Cardinals still, just because I went with that before, and I'm sticking with my decision. So yeah, that will be my prediction again for the Central. I'm just going to stop where I mess up again. So yeah.
Well, for me, I had the Cardinals in first, and I said Cardinals or Cubs interchangeable. I said The Cubs are more of a safe bet, but the Cubs could take it to the next level, and boy, have they taken it to the next level. They are first in Major League Baseball with a record of 29-13, 690 win percentage.
Yes,
The
sir.
Pittsburgh Pirates are in second place. I said they're going to be in third. And the Cardinals are in third, obviously. The Milwaukee Brewers, they must be drunk again because they're in fourth yet again. And the Cincinnati Reds, who have the fastest player in Major League Baseball, Billy Hamilton, well, you can be all fast you want because you're taking the fastest road to being in last place. Those guys are in last. No story for those guys, except a sad one. Last place. And I don't know. It might be the Cubs and the Orioles for the World Series this year. It might be a Cubs. And actually, I think we said that. One of the scenarios that we said we'd like to see would be the Cubs and the Orioles in the World Series. And it looks like, I mean, those are the number 1 and number 2 best records in baseball, and that would be a nice World Series. That's certainly in the books, by the way things are going so far.
Yeah.
And while I'm here, I'm just going to, like I did for the American League, I'm just going to say who the league leaders are for batting and pitching for the National League.
Yes.
Is this Daniel Murphy or David Murphy? I always get those two mixed up. Let's see who this is.
I think it's Daniel.
Daniel Murphy, okay. Daniel Murphy for the Washington Nationals.
Wait a minute. Maybe it's not.
No, it's Daniel Murphy.
Okay.
It's Daniel Murphy for the Washington Nationals, leading the league in batting, 387 average. I know I didn't say the numbers for the American League, but Nolan Arenado of the Colorado Rockies, leading the league in home runs. He has 14. Actually, he's tied with Yoenis Cespedes of the New York Mets. And speaking of Cespedes, not only is he tied for the league in home runs, he also is leading the league in RBIs. He has 35. Now, I don't know if I'm saying this last name right, but Jonathan Villar or VR or however you say his name of the Milwaukee Brewers is leading the league in stolen bases. He has 14.
I think it's VR. I think the L's are silent.
Yeah, and I mentioned Billy Hamilton before of the Reds. He's fourth in stolen bases. He has 8. But one problem why Billy Hamilton, he's got the speed, he's got the base stealing ability, but he has one major problem. You can't steal first base. You got to get on base first to be able to steal any bases. So
that's right.
That's why he's not leading the league in stolen bases. And former Oriole, possibly the best pitcher in all of baseball, Jake Arrieta. I'd say he's surpassed Clayton Kershaw at this point now, far as his current. Jake Arrieta, Chicago Cubs, leading the league and possibly the majors. I know he's not leading the majors in wins, but he's leading the league in ERA and wins, a 1.29 ERA, 8 wins, and Clayton Kershaw still is leading the league in strikeouts, though. Still a very great pitcher, probably a Hall of Famer, I'd say. And then for saves, Philadelphia Phillies, ironically, they're having a nice turnaround season. Gianmar Gomez, and I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it right, but I've never seen that name before. And he's leading the league with 16 saves.
Nice. Very nice. So, does that cover it for today?
Well, since you want to leave the call so bad, yeah, I guess it does, bro.
We covered everything, though. We did cover everything pretty much.
Yeah, I think so.
So, if you guys are...
Let's do our closing words. Any quick things that we think we're gonna see in the near future for baseball. Whoever goes first.
Orioles and Cubs 2016 World Series. That's it.
I agree with that one. What about you, Lucas?
Well, I still think I'm still going to hold on to my I'm thinking I'm going to update mine. I'm probably going to say I think I'm still going to hold on for a little bit longer. Maybe in the halfway point of the season I might change it, but right now I'm still going to hold on to my Cardinals Astros World Series. It's probably going to be Cardinals and Cubs in the National League Championship Series. So, yeah, pretty much it'll be a very good interesting way to see how this season goes. There's still a lot of time left. There's still lots of time, lots of baseball left to be played. So let's see what happens.
Yep.
So with that being said, thank you guys all for watching this edition of the Major League Core of the Season podcast. We'll be doing a next one. Will be the MLB half season podcast. So yeah, be ready for that one. And until the next podcast, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Last words.
Goodbye, folks, and talk to you next time. What are you buying?
Stay cool, stay in school, and
Don't do drugs or you're a fool.
That is a good point.
yes.
So anyway, guys, see you later. Have a great night.